All right, everybody, welcome to our first call for what do we want to call this? This is our challenge group call. Sorry, it's been a day at my house. And if you do not know me, my name is Allie Van Arsdale. I have been a coach for almost 4 years. It'll be 4 years this summer. I can't even believe that. I am a mom of two. I have a little boy named Harrison and a little girl named Charlotte. They are 2 and 4 respectively. And I'm pregnant with our third. Ellie is due in May. So I have about 4 more months to go in my pregnancy, and I'm feeling pretty good. I'm very tired though. So we live in Oklahoma. We're a military family. My husband's working late tonight, so I was kind of a one-woman show with the kids tonight, which hence the bags underneath my eyes. And if I wasn't blocking my living room behind me, you would actually see folded laundry everywhere in my living room because my kids decided to move it all around the room. You would see toys everywhere because we just finished up bedtime routine about 15 minutes ago. And if you would look in front of me, you'd see my kitchen was totally destroyed from dinner. I don't tell you that for sympathy or anything like that. I tell you that mainly because I'm a mom and a woman like all of you who is pretty much just trying to keep my crap together 99% of the time. And I want you to realize that even as coaches running this group, we are 100% real. We are 100% just moms trying to figure out this stuff as we go, fit this in our day as we have time to, and that's pretty much how it goes. So if you feel like you're having a bad day or you feel like you can't really cope with everything, let us know, because odds are we're probably having the similar day, or we had one like a day ago, and we can kind of relate and empathize and walk you through it. So the first thing that I wanted to kind of go over on the call is just some expectations that we have for you as coaches in this group. I think there's 4 of us total who are running this group together, which is really awesome. And just the first expectation is just show up. Just make sure you show up, even on the days you don't necessarily want to. Just come in, post, reply to the comments, those types of things, and show up. I guarantee you it's going to brighten your day. I didn't really want to do this call tonight because I've had a really hard day with my kids. They didn't nap. I'm tired from being pregnant, and I'm in like full on like flu prevention mode at our house. I'm trying to sanitize everything, and it's just been a day. So, but I'm here and I'm already feeling better. I'm really glad that I hopped on. So the next thing, give it your all. I mean, don't go into this halfway. Make sure that you are really committed to this. It's the new year. Motivation's really high. So let's keep that motivation high and let's just really keep on going. Next one, ask questions. Goodness gracious. All of us coaches who have been in this group have been in your shoes before, whether this is your first challenge group or your 20th challenge group. You need to ask your questions, and we're here to help you. And if we don't know the answers, we're going to be able to give you some great resources or point you in the direction of somebody who does have those answers for you. So make sure you definitely ask those questions, because we're here to answer them. We love asking questions. And odds are if you have a question, somebody else does too. So make sure you ask them. The next thing, participate. Holy guacamole, these groups only work if you participate. So I don't want to be the only person interacting on posts. You guys have been great so far during the preseason posts. Amanda or Joy or Lindsay, they don't want to be the only ones, posting in this group. So make sure you participate and you really dive in and give it your all. If you participate, you're going to get a great experience out of this next month. So another just logistical thing about the group, how it's set up is only the coaches who are running the group. We're the admins of the group. We're the only ones who can post directly to the wall. We don't do this to be mean. We do this to really keep the feed nice and clean so that things don't get lost and we don't lose anything from any of you. So you, as the participant, as the member of the group, you can comment on our posts, and we'll be really clear. Comment below, post a picture below. And again, it's just to keep the group nice and clean. There are 40 members in this group, so it's a bigger group. But it's just to keep everything nice and clean. And I'll be showing you the group here in a second. But those are our expectations and just the logistical thing about the group. I'm actually going to share my screen with you and show you your Facebook group, because Facebook's pretty cool. I'm pretty savvy on Facebook, 4 years to running a business off of it. But if you're just there for fun and interacting with people, you may not know some things that I'm going to share with you tonight. So I'm going to share my screen with you and show you your Facebook group. So this is your homepage of Facebook. And if you go right up here to your search bar, if you're ever wondering where you are, you can search our group, which is Resolutions Turned Reality Challenge Group. It'll come right up and you can click on it. And when you're in there, you can actually get it to pin to your favorites over here. So if you go right here to the more, for me, I have unpinned from shortcuts. Yours will say pinned to shortcuts, and it'll go right over here on the top. That way you can have easy access. You don't just search for it every single time. Now, if you're somebody who loves to get notifications when somebody posts in here, when one of the coaches, now the only people that will be posting here are coaches, so you shouldn't have too many notifications, but you can choose to turn those notifications off if you want to opt to only check in, like, I'm only going to check in this group once a night, and I don't need the distraction coming up on my feed. You're more than welcome to turn off the notifications, okay? It's perfectly fine. Another thing you can do in this group is after you comment on a post, like this post right here, ours, our first preseason, there's lots and lots of comments, probably almost 30, 40 comments on that post. If you go right up here, you can turn off the notifications on that post. You'll still get a notification if somebody tags you in there, but you're not going to get a notification every single time somebody comments on the post, okay? So you can definitely turn off the notifications there. And I do it because I don't want to miss anything on my feed come through. Not that I don't love you guys, but I check into this group once a night, so I just know to come to it. But you can turn off the notifications right there. The next thing I kind of wanted to show you about it is if you're on a desktop or your laptop, right over here in your area, we have two really important things. It's photos and files. So let's start with the photos section. In your photos section, I want you to click on albums. And if you're on your phone, you can kind of scroll the whole way across and you can just click on albums. I've uploaded some great things in here for you guys to do. Shakeology recipes. There's a whole lot of Shakeology recipes in here, and I'll actually show you somewhere else you can go for Shakeology recipes. Here, there's some sample meal plans, some great meal planning resources. If you're still waiting for your containers to come before you start, here's some equivalent measurements. Also, Food Guide for Vegans and Vegetarian. If you are a vegan or vegetarian, this would be your container list that you could use. They do a couple swaps there for reds and yellows, those types of things, so you make sure you're getting your protein. And if you're not vegan or vegetarian, here is your container list. I love this one-stop shop container list just because it really, you can pull this up on your phone when you're in the grocery store. You don't have to take your book with you. I love being able to have all the containers on one page. You can print this out, put it on your refrigerator. You're more than welcome to do that. And then I also put this page in there from the 21-day fix for our treat swaps because I think that's something that is always a little bit we forget about. So that's in there. And then also, let me go back to the next album. I put a whole album in here for meal planning, okay? We'll get to this in just a second. So I just want to show you what the albums actually were. If you go back to the home screen of the challenge group, I also want you to look at your files section. I uploaded 2 great recipes in here. And if you open up these recipes, they're just links to great recipes that we love as coaches, things that we use all the time. So check those out as you're making your meal plans this week and really, add variety. There's some great things in here. Like my kids would love, let me see. They would love chicken avocado pizzas. They would pitas. They would eat those 100%. Grilled barbecue chicken and vegetables in foil. My kids would eat that. I really encourage you to make sure when you make your meal plans to make them family friendly, to make sure that your family can eat all of those things as well. Don't make a separate meal for you and a whole other meal for your family. That's really counterproductive and you're going to get burned out really quickly, just from experience. I'm speaking there. So that's your Facebook group. And I really just wanted to kind of show you that so you knew what resource was available to you. I also wanted to show you Beachbody On Demand. Many of you have the Beachbody On Demand All Access Challenge Pack, which is an amazing resource and something that you should absolutely be taking advantage of. If you don't have Beachbody On Demand, talk to your coach because as soon as I show you this and all the features of it, you're going to want it. So let me pull it up and show it to you. So here are Beachbody On Demand. It's www.beachbodyondemand.com. If you've never been there before, it's going to prompt you to log in, and it's the same username and password that you have with your Team Beachbody account with your coach. So there are many different facets, I don't want to say it, Beachbody On Demand, and I wanted to make sure that you knew what it all works. The main thing that I use Beachbody On Demand for is my workouts. I stream my workouts to and from Beachbody On Demand, and what's great about it is it's every workout program that Beachbody has ever made, and not just the basics. It's every deluxe copy, every bonus workout. If you love the 21-day fix, if that's the program you're working toward, Autumn's done a few additional a few additional workouts. She's done a few exclusive workouts, and they're all on there. So it's really, really great. And they're constantly adding more and updating. So workout portion, it's really cool. You can filter it out from fitness level. You can filter it out by time, type, or trainer. It's really cool how you can do that. You can sort it by feature, newest, A to Z. Great stuff. Many of you already know this, and some of you don't. And if you don't, then I'm telling it to you right now. I wanted to show you guys, though, for whenever you get through here, because we're going to start talking about meal planning here in a second. So let's just use 21-day fix. When you click on that workout program, there are the overview, which is just the description. Here's all your workouts. It tells you how many minutes they are. You can click over here in the details, required equipment, recommended mat, lower fixed required equipment, weights or resistance band, and a mat. So you can kind of plan your day. If you have to get up early or something, you can have your stuff prepped the night before, and you don't have to watch the workout. You can just look at the details right there. I want to show you the program materials. This is probably the best part about Beachbody On Demand, is you don't have to have paper materials for everything. So everything that if you were to purchase 21-day fix from Beachbody, this is all the paper stuff that would be in there. The stuff that you lose and misplace or gets like ripped. I think my 21-day fix manual has like coffee rings on it, and it's kind of falling apart because I used it so much. And now this is great because I can pull this up in the grocery store if I need to reference it. It's wonderful. Workout calendar. You can open that up and your workout calendar pops right up and it tells you exactly what to do on what day. Okay. You also have your food list, which I already showed you. And you also have the entire eating plan. Okay. So if you open up this entire eating plan, it's pretty much that booklet that I said has coffee rings and everything on it, right here online. And it's going to really walk you through everything for how to do the product. So if you're working through PiYo or Core2Force, whatever program you're working through, I really want you to go on Beachbody On Demand and dive into not just the workouts. Remember, this is not just about workouts, but workouts, nutrition, everything. I really want you to dive into your program materials here and really, really get your containers on track, really get everything going here, okay? Even a music playlist. It's pretty intense here, okay? But every program on here has the workout list, but also all the program materials, okay? So let's kind of I want to show you one more feature of Beachbody On Demand, which this next feature is open for anybody, whether you have Beachbody On Demand or not. It's the Beachbody blog. Excuse me one second. The Beachbody blog is really awesome. It's one of my favorite places to go because it has recipes, tips, results, wellness, nutrition, everything. And I want to show you the nutrition piece and the recipe piece. If you go to the recipe side tab, you can search on here and they upload these. All of these recipes are container approved. So if you want chicken recipes, dinner recipes, all of these are container approved. And they have popular recipes here. You need to mix up your Shakeology flavors. Maybe you're going to rock with your Shakeology or you haven't found a way that you liked it yet. Shakeology recipes for every flavor. You know, they have all kinds of stuff. If you see this, like my family and husband, they would inhale this stuff. Baked ziti with spinach. You know, it does not have to be salads and chicken and broccoli the entire time when you're eating on these programs, okay? So make sure you're taking advantage of this right here. Anytime Matt and I, I'm like, oh, I really have a hankering for barbecue chicken pizza. I go in here, I go up to the search bar, and I type in barbecue chicken pizza. I don't want to order it out. I want to be able to make it. And look what came up. I have barbecue chicken flatbread pizza right there. Seven healthy takes on grilled pizza, fun family recipes. Okay, all of these things are right there at your fingertips. You just have to know to use them. So as your meal plan, so let's click on my hankering for barbecue chicken pizza. When you click on that, it's going to give you a step-by-step recipe, just like it would on any website. But what's really cool is on the bottom, it gives you all your nutrition equivalents. So take a look over here. Portion fixed containers. It tells you exactly how much it is, okay? It is really, really wonderful. So I wanted to make sure you knew every angle of Beachbody On Demand, from the workouts, the program materials, and then to the great blog that's here that you can utilize while you're meal planning. So now let's tackle the beast of meal planning, okay? I want you guys, many of you are using your the Portion Fix container system for your meal planning. If you're doing 80-day obsession, I will get you over some different resources, or I'll upload them into a different album, because it's still the same thing. It's still your portion containers. They're just time nutrition. So you have them at specific times of the day. So I'll be getting you over some extra resources there. But if you look back in our group, if you go to your photo section and then your albums, I have an entire album here of blank portion container meal plans. When you click on that album, the first picture in there is actually going to be, okay, how many containers do I have? So that's going to be, hold on one second. Right back here.
Right now, all you need is 10.
So let me get my screen back up here. So when you go to that first picture in the album, you're actually going to figure out how many containers you actually get, what bracket you're in. Do this formula, figure it out, and then if you're in plan A, B, C, or D, when you go through the photo album, you're going to have a blank. I know it says 21 Day Fix at the top. It's just the portion containers. Here's your bracket 1. That's plan A, plan B, plan C, plan D. These are blank meal plans that you can print off and you can plan your day around. There's also an entire album. If you go back one, so an entire album full of sample meal plans. So you can kind of see how things are broken up throughout the day. Okay, for these coaches or challengers who made these. For this program, when I did it, it was actually, they told you what containers to have at what time. Okay, and there's just a whole bunch of different things that you can have. And I made sure I put a vegetarian meal plan in there if we have any vegetarians in the group that you can kind of look at. So use those resources, figure out your meal plan. The easiest way to do this, okay, your first work, sorry, that's my husband who's on his way home from work. The easiest way to do this, really and truly, is to know that your first week meal plan, your first meal plan you ever make, it's a huge learning curve. And you're going to do it for a couple days, and then you might tweak something, and then you're going to do it for a whole week, and you're going to go to the next week and realize, oh, I'm going to tweak this even more. It's a big learning curve. So give yourself a lot of grace that first week. I guarantee you that as you go and as you do this more and more, it's going to become second nature to you, and you are going to be able to really have great success. I don't even have to really make a meal plan as much as I can just kind of check off my boxes for the day. I'm just that experienced. 4 years into this, it's a very, very natural routine for me, okay? But make sure you give yourself grace and know that first week is a huge learning curve. Use those templates, figure out your container allotment, and then use your food list. Go to Beachbody On Demand, dive into those resources, go into the file section, okay? Spice up your recipes. If you have something that you love right now, you're like, oh, my family's never going to give up spaghetti night. Go try to find a healthy alternative for spaghetti that really aligns with your portion containers. You can absolutely do it. I promise you can. All those things are out there. I know I mentioned this already before, but don't make it so that your family's eating something totally different from you. That's not the purpose of this. And the first week, like I said, it's a learning curve. The second week, though, you should really dive into really making family-friendly recipes. My kids eat exactly what I eat. My husband eats exactly what I eat. I will say that my kids are not very picky eaters. They'll pretty much try everything. They have to do at least a polite bite of what I make for them to eat, and odds are they usually end up liking it. But make sure you're not catering to them. Make sure they're eating what you're eating, just to give yourself some sanity there. So as we go through for the official week, I told you this was going to be a quick call. Official week 1 starts on Monday. So make sure you really go in there and you have your meal plan ready to go. Try to get it done today, tomorrow, so that you can get to the grocery store this weekend and have everything ready to go and laid out to really start on Monday, really off on a great foot, okay? Just so you guys know, starting on Monday from our coaches, there's actually going to be 3 different posts a day from a different coach. The first post of the day is going to be your accountability picture. So it's going to be for your Shakeology and your workout. So you just have to drop a selfie, share the recipe you use with your Shakeology, tell us how your workout went for the day. And we'll have clear instructions on the post. The next post will be just your daily motivation and your assignment. Not necessarily assignment, but like your call to action. Like, hey, check out this article on water intake, those types of things. The tips and the motivation to really keep you going. Then at each night, there'll be a nightly reflection or a wrap-up post. And what that does is it just allows you to reflect on your day, figure out what you need, what you did great, what you need to improve on, and then start the next day fresh. So be on the lookout for those 3 different posts from your coaches, and we will get you guys squared away. If you guys have questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to one of the coaches, post in one of the comments, tag the coaches, all those things. That nightly reflection is also a great post to ask your questions in. So I hope that this was helpful. I hope that meal planning doesn't seem so daunting. I hope that you have some now tools in your tool belt to really take back and tackle that meal plan. I know whenever I sat down to meal plan for the first time, I would get that container bracket, and the first thing I fill out is my dinner for the week, because Matt and I kind of sit down and we fill out that dinner together. Usually my lunches and breakfasts and snacks, they're usually pretty consistent for the week, but my dinners change up from night to night, and we always have one night left over for leftovers. So make sure that you just, plan accordingly. And this first week, give yourself grace, but you're perfectly capable of doing it. I know you can. And I hope that this was helpful. I will not keep you guys any longer. I want to be respectful of your time. And I hope to hear from you guys if you have questions. And I hope you have a great rest of your night. Okay. We will talk to you later. Have a great night. Bye.